Thanks. Thanks. No. Good luck. That's the stuff.
Oh, really? Oh! There, that's it! The monitor says you can get through there! Time to see a whole new world of Pokemon! Awesome! The shrink function worked! I'll keep an eye out for you. Have fun in there! far as we can go with this test version. Once you leave this area, you'll automatically go back to normal. Can't wait to hear all about it.
Let's do it!
Now then. Nice work. 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 Nice work.
I just found that the Honey I Shrunk the Kids portion of the game. We should do more like little games where you like shrink and then you see the world to miniature,
Nice work.
and or more Hollow Knight. I am still waiting for Silk Sun.
Nice work.
Whatever. It's probably not gonna come out like ever, but whatever. I completed that opening. But I'm still gonna be making Hollow Knight fan art.
Nice work. Perfect timing. Nice work. Now then. Come on now.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Wow, somebody made a donation of 1,001. I don't know if that's a lot or a little, but I'm excited about it. Thank you very much for like supporting this content.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Here.
taking the shrink function for a nighttime test.
I think like once I like Squid Game man is so
Meter
awesome.
really outdid himself with this invention.
Awesome!
I thought it was like a Snorlax animal there, but it was a duck. I remember seeing it like in a new like TV show. Well, it was new for me. Ooh, a Vesta Queen. Come back, Your Highness.
Oh, wow. Welcome back.
Like I finally got that 4-star Caterpie photo. That's the last one I was missing, I think. Yeah. Like it's funny, like with regular Pokemon games, I don't usually like go too nuts with completing like the Pokédex, but like this is this is like the Pokemon Snap in a nutshell, you know. Not just not just capturing them all on the camera, but also them in various poses. Cause like I'm going to art photography school and I need a good portfolio for that. Or maybe it's just a good simulation of like nature documentary type of folks. Like, can you imagine like a Pokemon series where the object is not to like capture them all, but to like observe them for science and stuff? Like it could be like a hilarious, violent way of going about it, but whatever. Like people watch Pokemon cause like to see them like getting beaten up and stuff, you know. That's like you know, Pokemon the first movie in a nutshell.
Nice work.
Even humans were getting in on the action of like punching Pokemon. I found it very hilarious when like Mewtwo opened up like the giant gate and then he told like the human, well not literally because he was being super Japanese about it. You know, he told him to like get off his castle, and the way I thought it, the way I interpret it is like I want you humans to go out in like the middle of like the storm I created so I can watch you drown. That was super brutal. Because like the humans arrived to that island with like using Pokemon that knew the TM of Surf, so if he's telling them to get off his island without Surf in the middle of the perfect storm he created, well, that's basically what he's saying. He wants to watch them drown. Like Mewtwo in like the first Pokemon movie, he was like nuts in a hilarious fashion. Like in the real human world, the first animal that was ever cloned was a sheep. Dolly the sheep, I remember. And like when that happened, like in the year 2000, that was like a really big deal. Like the Pokemon Strike Back came out, and the first Pokemon was greatly inspired by cloning, which was like a huge fab. And there was even like a Brazilian telenovela that was called literally El Clone or The Clone, that it was, you know, all about that. But then like in the real human, but the reason why that technology never quite picked up is because the DNA of like living creatures it degrades over time. So yeah, they cloned Dolly the sheep, but she was born, but her physical age was the same as the DNA that they took from. So you know, they cloned her from like a 4-year-old sheep, so then she was born 4 years old. So then naturally, she like dropped dead like a couple of years later because you know, and that's why they haven't been cloning humans because if they get like human DNA, like your example, your human clone version is gonna be born like whatever age you are. That's why so if they wanted to like clone you but in your young form, they will have to like do a cryo freeze of like your umbilical cord. That way they have like your fresh out of the oven DNA ready to like duplicate you and stuff. Why the hell am I talking about cloning so much? Well, yeah, because this is Pokemon and like, but like a lot of the plot points of the first Pokemon game was all about like Mewtwo and like the failed clones, the little Dittos, etc., etc. It's debatable whether Dittos are a failed Mewtwo clone or not, but we do find a bunch of them in the area where he escaped from, so like it's the theory around that. Like speaking of Dolly the sheep, that would be funny if they do like a little episode where Mewtwo meets the first Pokemon that was ever cloned, and then since in the human world the first animal that was cloned was a sheep, that in the Pokemon it should be a Marie, the first Pokemon that was ever cloned. Or what's another sheep Pokemon? Oh, Waloo. Yeah. She made like the clone Waloo, who was the first Pokemon that was cloned. I don't know. There's a type of nonsense I speak about why like take photos of Pokemon as my sanity slowly goes away. Like I remember that, I don't know if it's like a real memory or if I'm just like having false memories or like a the Mandela effect, but I remember like the first Pokemon Snap that if you threw like apples at, what's his name, what he's like doing, Machamp. Machamp, Machamp, yeah, that's the name, yeah. If you throw like apples at Machamp, what he's like in like the obvious spot where he's wearing his speedo, he like crashes over in pain and stuff. So I was trying to see whether he does the same thing in like the new Pokemon Snap, but I guess it's sort of like removed. They sort of like removed that. But then again, they're like they removed a lot of stuff from like the old Pokemon games and stuff. And like the other Pokemon games were like nuts.
Nice work.
And let me not even get started with like the petting mechanics. Like it was weird where you could pet Jinx in order to get a rise out of her. What the least said about that, the better. Hi Otis, good morning, good morning. I don't know why my avatar is full. Whenever I like look at it now, it puts like my eyes very short. It makes me look sleepy. I gotta like open my eyes really wide for like Aria to open her eyes wide, but most of the time I just look like I'm suspecting or sleepy. Maybe I am sleepy and I don't realize it.
Now then. Nice work. Nice work. timing. Nice work. Perfect timing. A new discovery. Perfect timing. Oh. Ah.
Professor!
Thank you.
Like that looks like a Gudra. With the silly curls on the back over here.
Here's the thing.
But then again, Moiman is a thing. It's a thing on the internet. Like I remember that it's like a mod that you can do to like your old Pokemon games, and then it turns all of your Pokemon into like your little into anime maidens or versions of themselves, and then that mod is called Moiman. But then canonically there are Pokemon that resemble humans, and in the ancient times they used to say that Pokemon and humans used to like crossbreed with each other all the time. And Gardevoir and stuff. But and there's even like in the Pokédex entry they say that some humans turn into Pokemon like Abra. That is, it's a second evolution of a human with a lot of psychic potential. But if you think about it, it's like sad that like the moment that a human turns into a Pokemon, they get dehumanized and then they're treated as nothing more than like a Pokemon. There's like a whole thing like they always teeter in that same line of like, it's a game where like Pokemon fight, but like animal-like creatures fighting is bad, That was the whole joke of like Pokemon the first movie, and then the main character, the Pokemon trainers learned a very important lesson that Pokemon battles are bad, and then Mewtwo completely undid that by giving everyone amnesia because ignorance and bliss. But what I think is that that was just a cop out on his part because he didn't want to take responsibility for his actions, So you do a bunch of terrible things to people and then you be like, oh, but it's fine cause like I gave them amnesia, so then they're not going to remember everything I suffered, so then I don't have to like be responsible for that, So if you're like watching this Mewtwo, you are a jerk. But we love you. Hey.
Hello. Let's do this. A new discovery. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. A new discovery. Perfect timing. Nice work. A new discovery. A new discovery. Great timing. You mind? Thanks. You mind? Good luck.
sleep.
That's the stuff.
Wake up, Snorlax. What's the makeup? I remember that Chop Suey song. That like they should make an alarm clock, but with a song as a ringtone. It yells really loud to wake up. Like Sui is a song from like System of a Down.
Really?
You mind? Uh-oh. No more memory. But you may as well see the whole area, since it's your first time. It's time. Welcome back. right. Great timing. Nice work. Great timing. Nice work. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Great timing. You know.
Did you know? Good luck.
Like this game takes place in like the Paldea archipelago, but like something about it reminds me a bit of Alola. Like Alola was great, but it's stuck in like the 3DS, which is like a weird like what makes 3D a console that you gotta like hold really close to your face. And like I remember whenever I would activate the 3D thing of the game, it didn't look 3D, and after a while it started hurting my eyes. Because 3D is a gimmick, and it'll always be a gimmick. And to base your entire console experience on like the 3D gimmick, it wasn't a good idea. Well, as you can see, the 3D was retired when the Nintendo Switch popped up. So that's what 3D, like, it makes a comeback every decade, like, so, and I never seen it, like, executed correctly. I guess maybe with holograms now, but I have seen so what they call holograms in, like, the shopping mall and stuff, and just a weird, glitchy image that hurts my eyes if I look at it for too long. And if your like fancy stuff hurts your eyes, if like people look at it for like a prolonged period of time, then what are you even doing with your life?
Oh. All right. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Oh. Ah.
Like, I remember in Pokemon, like, the first movie, like, Mewtwo stopped, like, fighting when everyone started, when all of the other Pokemon started crying and stuff.
Now then.
So I think it would be, like, funny if they program as a goof that fake tears on Mewtwo only is always a super effective move, that it always works on him. Because, like, I remember the move in Pokemon, it lowers, everyone lowers their attack, right? By, like, a drastic amount, so... Yeah, that should be something that the Pokemon folks should like program into like their Mewtwo so that it works canonically with Pokemon the first movie. If the opposing Pokemon uses fake tears, it should always work really, really well on him, only in specific.
Stars are breathtaking. Huh. I suppose the sky is clearer at night than during the day.
below. Let's do this. Nice work. A new discovery. Great timing. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. A new discovery. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. You mind? You mind?
Alright, I hope you have fun with me streaming Pokemon. Bye bye and God bless. Ahora niña bonita.